Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sakura Security, and in today's video we're going to be doing our perfection from HTB. This is a newly released machine. It's rated easy. So the vulnerability here is exploiting server-side template injection, and once we get an initial foothold, we see user Susan, and has I believe belongs to a pseudo group, and with the password hatch cracked, we just sudo and get root access. So it's pretty much straightforward and easy machine. So without further ado, let's jump in. So we start off by running an mmap scan -sc for the default script, sv generate version, v for robustity, and let's just leave the default port. Should we do all port scan? No, let's just omit this. So if we don't specify the port, it's going to scan the top 1000 ports, and let's put the IP address. Can we reach the IP? I think CU5. Yeah, so we can talk to the IP. So let's run this. So right off the bat we see port 22 and port 80. So let's go ahead and check what we have. So HTTP, okay, so it's a weighted grade calculator. So it's a tool to calculate the total grade in class based on category scores and percentage weights. So you see it's powered by WebBrick, so we can check if there's a vulnerability for WebBrick. So let's do Sever-Side-Template. Okay, there's no results. Should we do WebBrick? So we see it's a Ruby 1.9, we have 1.7.0, this is 1.9, and this is 3.0.5. so none of this is gonna work for us. So let's use a Google. So let's go and let's check this out. So let's search exploits. Is the vulnerability for this? There's an exploit DB, so we can check this. We can also open this up, and so while we wait for that, let's go ahead and have something run in the background. So let's make directory and call these perfection and cd into perfection. So let's run forth.c w for word list, user share, word list, sec list, discovery, web content. Let's do raft medium words and .txt, and let's remove these and let's put the IP address. No, that's not what we need. So what's the IP address? That would be 10.10.11.253, 10.10.11.253, and for us, so we'd say about what else. So let's go back and check what we have. So this is 1.8.4 at all prior version. So what happened? Directory traverser. So how does this work? So system.accept / as a path separator, So this vulnerability has the following impact. Attacker can access private files by sending a URL with URL encoded /. This exploit works only on system that accepts. So we can try this. Let's see if we try this, and let's open this up, and it's about, so we don't need that. So let's check this. And what can we try to get? Let's see pass WD. So Sinatra doesn't know this DD. Okay, and let's check. Okay, this is the program language is Ruby. So let's do some search and also try to search this Sinatra exploit if there's something for that. But let's go ahead and check the normal behavior of this application. Please enter a maximum of 5 categories, category names, your grade in them out of 100, and their weight. Enter an A into category field and 0 into the grade and weight fields if you are not using this rule. Okay, so let's do let's see, let's do maths and grade. Let's do 50, and the weight will be, let's do 60, I guess. Let's just put maybe 51. And English, let's do 10 and 10. Let's do chemistry, and let's have this as 10, this as 10, and let's do physics, let's do 10, and let's also do 10. And right here let's put an A and 0 and 0. So before we send this off, let's intercept. So let's go to Bob Suits. Let's go to Bob and let's intercept this. Let's start checking this off. There's a known vulnerability in web break page. Okay, this does not include vulnerability belonging to the package's dependencies. So we have directory traverser. It's the version that's vulnerable, it's less than 1.4.0, and let's see, let's start Bob Suits. And then there is improper input validation less than 1.4.0, and HTTP request smuggling for version that's less than 1.5.1 and greater than 1.6.0 but less than 1.6.1. So which means none of this is gonna work for the versions that we have. But let's just keep going. So let's intercept this. Let's go ahead and do that, and then send the request off. So when we send this, what do we have? No, let me send this. Okay, let's send this. It says please please re-enter weight does not add up to 100. So let me stop this, disable this. Let's go back, and it is 10, 20, 30, so that's 90. How about if we change this to 20, and let's intercept the request. Let's send this to Bob Suits and send the request off again. Let's send this to Repeater. So what do we have? So okay, so let's send a normal request and see what we have. Did we get anything back? Let's resend these. Okay, so saying your total grade is 34%, maths 31%, English 2, chemistry 1, physics 1. So let's try something, because the value that we put in the category, it's been reflected back to us. We can try to test for cross-site scripting and see what happens, or try any of this injection attack. So let's do script. Let's do both maths, and let's close the tag. And if we send this off, it says malicious input blocked. So let's go back to our Bob Suits and play with these. So how can we inject here? So should we use ID? And so let's copy this and filter that out. It says malicious input blocked. So how about if we URL encode this? Let's do that. If we send this, we still get malicious input blocked. So how about if we try the server-side-template injection payload here and send this off, we still get the same thing. So how can we get out of what is blocking these? Let's do maths, and let's do 08 to print a new line, and let's put ID, and let's try to send this off. So we're not getting the malicious inputs. So if we go back here, let's see. So we see that the ID is being printed on the new line. So let's try something. So could this work? Let's do ID, and let's send this. So it's still printing. So let's go back and check for what's it called, STTI payload. So we can go to Actrix for that. So we can just type STTI payload Actrix. let's try some of the payload here and see if it's gonna work. Let's see. So because let's go back here. So the programming language, it's in Ruby right here. So let's go to the Actrix and look for one with Ruby. Why is it doing like this? The page is slowing down. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's check here this and see if it's gonna work. So we've tried this out and it didn't work, so let's go back and try the single payload. Go back to Bob Suits and let's paste it right here. And if we send, this should equate to 49, but it's not. So let's go back again and let's try these. So if we try these, for this not giving us anything, so we can exit this. So let's go back to our Bob Suits and paste it right here, and let's try to URL encode these. So URL encode key characters, and if we send these, so we get 49, right? Because we put 7 times 7, it's 49. If we put 5 times 5, it should give us 25. So this will confirm that we have STTI. So right here, so it's vulnerable to server-side template injection. So what we're gonna do next is try to inject our payload here. So instead of doing this, how about we do ls-lh, and this should list whatever it's inside directory. So we see that it's actually executing our command. And let's also try to see if we can get a ping back on our attacking machine. So we can do TCP dump, and let's go ahead and ping our IP. So we can just do ping .c, let's use 4, and the IP address is 10.10.14.32. And if we send this, we see that there's slight delay, and if we come back, we're getting a ping back. So now let's go ahead and get a reverse shell. Let's exit this. So what we're doing is nc-lvmp, let's do 9001, and go back. Do we have bash? Which bash? Which bash? Okay, do we have bash? We have bash. Do we also have Python 3? Python 3. we also have Python 3. So let's go to rev shells and grab a working payload for us. So let's configure this, the IP 10.10.14.32, and we're listening on 9001. So let's go down. Should we do Python or do bash? Let's see this one. No, I don't want to encode that. And let's do this one. So let's copy this. Let's copy and go back here, and right inside we should paste this and then URL encode this. Let's encode all key characters, and if we send this, it gets stuck. We didn't get anything back, and if we navigate, we get a reverse shell. So let's get property TY. So Python 3, let's see, import bty, bty.spawn, bin bash. Okay, and stty circle fg enter, and let's do export time equals to s10. So if we list pwd, where are we right now? So we're in Suzanne. Let's go back, and there's the user flag. So let's use wc.c. Yeah, so that's the flag. I don't want to display the flag because there are still some folks that haven't solved this machine yet. That's how you get the user flag. So now let's check ID. So we see that Susan belongs to the sudo group, but if we do sudo-l to see what Susan can do, we cannot list it because we don't have Susan password. So what else can we do? This is a migration. Let's check what's inside the migration. So we see that it's a DB file. So if we use file on this, we see that it's using SQLite 3. So if we do they have SQLite here? If not, then we have to transfer this file. SQLite 3 we do. Let's do this, and we can do tables, a table. So we have users table, so we can do select all from users, and so we have this password arches. Let's copy this and let's do vi crackme.txt. So we can paste that, and right now I believe we only need Suzanne password hash. So let's try and crack this first. Vi sushash.txt. So if we use hashcat, let's try to use hashcat sus and see if we can crack the hash. User share word list, and let's do rockq.txt. So it's say we should specify the hash. So let's check the hash type. So we can use hash identifier and paste this. So this is probably SHA-256. So let's exit this and let's rerun with mode. Let's do mode 1400. That was quick. So we're not able to crack that. Let's use John and do SUSE and dash word list. Let's do user share word list, sec list, no, lucky.txt. Okay, so let's continue with the enumeration here. Dot exit, let's see, dot exit to exit out of the SQLite, and let's cd into the home. Okay, so do I have, let's cd into perfection. Let's go into perfection and let's go grab a fresh instance of limpies. So we can go to Google and do limpies and do limpies GitHub. I always like to get the fresh release because of how frequent they update this. Okay, so I don't think we need any of this. We're able to exploit the server-side template injection. We can close this. This Sinatra, is there anything interesting with this? We can check this one later, so let's go back and click on this. And just copy the link, wget, and we can set up a Python server 3.m http.server. Let's do 9090, and we can now download the file wget http, the IP address 10.14.32. We're listening on 9090 and we want to download limpies.sh. Okay, so now let's change the file permission and let's give it execute permission, and we can now run limpies. So let's clean our terminal, exit this. So we're still unable to crack the hash, but let's check something. Call it SUSE, let's go arches. Let's check crack station and see if it cannot be among the hashes that has been cracked. So we can do crackstations.net, I believe. If not, we have to look it up on Google. No. So it's redirecting us to www25, so it's not the right domain. So we can do crack stations. Crack stations. I don't want to do GitHub. Oh, it's crack station, not stations. So let's try and paste the password hash. Let's do this and we're trying to validate ourselves that we're not robots. So motorcycle, hopefully I get this right. I knew it. Stairs, so this, and that's about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can crack this. It says unknown. Alright, sweet. So let's go back. Limp is still running. We can go up and start checking this out little by little. Let me exit this so we can see clearly. So we see that Susan belongs to the pseudo group, but we don't have the password yet. And what else? Okay, so this is how we get a reverse shell. So this process is run by Susan. That's okay. Starting to run by roots. Let's go down. So attributes is still Susan starting the app, running the application, and there's still the cron job. That seems normal. If not, we can check canal exploitation for these, but let's just keep digging down. We see local port 3000, and if we go back here and try to reload this image or open this image in a new tab, so it's redirecting to 127.0.0.1. so Suzanne, so only Suzanne is logged in. So these are the useful software. So do we have GCC? We do, in case we have to compile on binary, but let's just keep looking. Nothing interesting. It's nothing here. Okay. So nothing here. Searching for common password files. Stay roots. Nothing. So do we have any set UID? No. And it's alright, 0. I've seen that before. Non-capabilities. So these are the files in the root directory. Searching roots files in the home directory. So we already have the Susan migration. We'll check these. Fonts, nothing. Readable file belonging to root and readable by me, but not word readable. So this is, oh, we have mail. We can see if we can read this, and let's keep digging. And I think we're getting closer to the bottom. Let's send the backup files. nothing. Okay, so let's check what we have in the mail. So we can do cat this. So due to our transition to Jupyter Grid because of the popular part data breach, I thought we should also migrate our credentials, her including the other students in our class, to the new platform. I also suggest a new password specification to make things easier for everyone. So the password format is going to be the first name and the first name backward underscore randomly generated integer between 1 and 1 million. Is it 1 billion? Is it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? Yeah. So note that all letters of the first name should be converted into lowercase. Please hit me with an update on the migration when you can. So what I'm guessing right now is we have to use hashcat mask in order for us to crack the hash. So let me increase this a little bit. So let's increase the font. Let's set it into perfection. And let's do hashcat -h. So let's go up a little bit. And this is what we're going to do. So we're using the attack mode. So we specifying the attack mode, set it as 3. So we want to brute force that. And then let's see how we can use the mask. So these are all the modes for the arch. We've identified the mode to be 1400. So let's go and see how we can use the mask in order for us to force this. So send hashed password and attack position, and the attack mode. So we're using the attack mode. We're using 3, which is the brute force, right? And let's see. So here are the character sets that we have to specify. So we're using this and then D for the digits, because right from inside the mail it says there's a randomly generated integer between 1 and this. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. We have the hashcat and M for the mode, which is 1400, and the attack mode will be the brute force. So we have the hatch in Susan, I believe Sus. Is it inside this? Where do we have the hash? Let's see. Okay, so let's go back one directory and call this Sus hash. And now let's set our character sets. So the format is the first name, which is Susan, and then the first name spelled backwards. So this will be Susan, S-U-S, and underscore the mask that we want to generate. So it's going to be D 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Is it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9? So let's see if this is gonna work. Use dash dash show. So because I haven't cleared my cache for this, I've already cracked this before, but if you haven't done it before, this is how you can do it. So you can use dash dash show to show the previously cracked password, and this is what you're gonna get, right? So it's gonna be Susan, the Susan backwards, and then the brute force. So if we copy this and now go back to use, let's clear this up, and if we use sudo -l, it's going to prompt us for the password, and if we paste the password, we see that we can run hull. So using sudo bash, we are root, who am I, we are root, and if we go to root, we go to root directory and just wc.c root.txt. So the flag is inside this. So that's how you solve the machine. If you love this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.